Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan and welcome to TheGamers OfSerenity. Today I'm doing a tips and tricks video on how to get better at Fortnite because I recently won a game. And if you guys do not believe me, well then here is some proof. Here is a picture of me, of my victory screen of when just as soon as I won. I took a picture because it was awesome. Fortnite is one of my favorite games of all time and I was pretty stoked to actually win a game. So so in this game I developed some tips and tricks to show you. Unfortunately, the gameplay you're seeing in the video will not be the game that I won. It's just gonna be something that I honestly tried. I made it to the top 8 in this game, and I'm gonna point out a few things that correlate with the mindset I go into playing Fortnite. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, so the first tip I would like to give you guys is when you're starting out, start in a secluded area. And the reason why I start in a secluded area is because I'm not the best at gunfighting. Sometimes, you know, like especially in the first game of the day or whatever, my juking out skills are not the best, and I just kind of feel like I don't really want to be in the action immediately. So in my play style, my mindset going into a game of Fortnite is to find a secluded area, get some okay loot, which I can use to kill someone and grab their loot. And to honestly just really try and get yourself situated before you join the fight. You know, like as you can see in this game, legendary sniper and a tactical shotgun. Not a bad start. Not a bad start at all. Those are both really good guns. But we will get to that in just a second. The next piece of advice I would like to give is actually find your playstyle. Find what kind of player you want to be. Just kind of think of your person, think of all the multiplayer games that you've ever played in your whole entire life, and just kind of pick, you know, what style works best for you. Now, personally, I'm a person who doesn't really like to camp all that much. I'll camp sometimes, but most of the time I like to stay on the move. I like to, you know, go find people, possibly kill them, but just make sure and honestly just really be out there and kind of play the exposed type of gameplay, because if someone attacks me, I want to be able to practice my reaction time, my reaction skill to, like, if someone attacks me with a tactical shotgun and I have a pump shotgun, I want to be able to practice popping them in the head, right? And if I fail, then I fail. You know, it's simple as that. That's probably one of the reasons why I actually did not win a game so fast. It's probably because I didn't want to be stuck just camping, because it wasn't teaching me how to win gunfights. I really feel like that if you can kill people and rely on your skill more than your weapons, then that will be a big factor into you actually winning a game of Fortnite. And I know in the game that I won earlier was actually just me. Like I was using a gray pump shotgun for most of the game, and I was using a gray assault rifle for most of the game. In the end, I did end up getting a purple scar, and getting the end game kill with that. But I got majority of my kills with gray or green weapons. So your weapon it's really not about how you use it. It's not about like how good it is. Of course, it is just a bonus to have those good weapons. Okay, so now a good example of what I was just talking about is finding your playstyle, but also finding good strategies. And honestly, I'm going to show you something really weird that I don't see anyone else do, or at least I don't see any of the average players doing. I trade a gray pump shotgun for a blue tactical shotgun. Now later in the game, I do get rid of the tactical shotgun and I do keep the gray pump. Now the reason why I do this is because I personally believe that the pump shotgun is actually better than the tactical shotgun. The reason why I believe that the pump shotgun is not any higher than a green is because it would be a little too OP for the pump shotgun to be any higher, because the headshot damage is insane. And I much rather score a single headshot on someone to kill them instantly than to have to jump around, lose a bunch of shields in order to kill someone. Yes, you do get into gunfights with the pump where you have to dodge bullets and you do even get shot a few times. But a majority of the time I find myself getting better and better at scoring those headshots. I prefer the pump shotgun to the tactical. The only time I'll take a tactical shotgun is usually when I find a purple one, and it's near the end of a game. But even then, in the game I won, I was mainly using, like I said, a pump shotgun, and a gray pump shotgun, and a gray M16. Now, the SCAR did come into play later, but nothing more, nothing less. Like that, I didn't use anything else besides a fucking SCAR. So guys, like, choose the weapons you want to get good with, and I recommend the pump shotgun, but that doesn't mean that the tactical shotgun is bad. It's actually a very good shotgun, and I can see why the more people use it than they do the pump shotgun, because people just don't really want to rely on that headshot. But people like me, and a very good example is the YouTuber Avery. Avery is a very good Fortnite player. For those of you who watch Avery, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But he's the perfect example that, like, he doesn't need a tactical shotgun. You know, he likes it. He would use it, but he knows he can rack up a bunch of kills, because I take a lot of my inspiration and how I play Fortnite from Avery. Avery does not go for anything crazy good. Like, he doesn't need it. Like, yes, it's nice to have, but you know, but he's so good that he can switch it up, and he's showing that you do not need to rely on a SCAR or a rocket launcher to win games. In the game that I won, I actually did not receive a single rocket launcher. So yes, and as you can see, boom, there you go. I'm trying to kill a dude with a gray pump, and of course my aim is really off. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that just play to like your strengths, and you know, just some other things. So let's move on with the video. All right. And another interesting thing that I like to do in Fortnite is it's not completely gameplay based. Now, if you remember in the last little section of this video, I was talking a lot about the pump shotgun. The pump shotgun, like I said, does around 1 to 200 damage 1 to 200 damage for a headshot. Now, the reason why I know this is because I actually go in depth and I pay attention to how much damage each gun uses, so then I understand which gun I'm using and how I'm gonna use it. Like I said, I knew, like, when I won, right when I got the final kill of my solo game, I was just like, should I use my shotgun or should I use my SCAR? Because the SCAR does a lot of damage really fast, which is true. Like a shot from the SCAR, a legendary SCAR to the body is actually 70 damage, so 2 shots and they would be dead, especially at a close range. And now range actually does matter in Fortnite. So, especially within the most recent patch, they actually nerfed the pump shotgun a little bit. It doesn't do so much damage to the body, and you have to be a little bit closer when you get headshots, which is perfectly fair in my opinion. But that's another thing you just need to know, is just study some of the weapons. So, like, it sounds silly because it's a video game, but if you're really into this game, I don't really see any issue with it, because obviously I did it myself. And just kind of like, just pay attention to what YouTubers say, pay attention to, like, you know, like what you're doing, like pay attention to the numbers when you hit someone, and also just don't be afraid to, you know, like, just look into this stuff, because like then you can know what guns are good where, right? And in closing of this video, I want to just give one final point, and it's probably the most cheesiest point of the whole entire video. That is, practice makes better. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know, everything I talked about in this game is things that I've actually worked on in Fortnite. I have tried my best to become a very good Fortnite player, to not only make my content better, but just because I really enjoyed the game. Now, if any of these tips and tricks are going to work, like find your play style, study the weapon damage, all that stuff, I recommend just go play the game as much as you possibly can, or no, you know, within a respectable amount of time, or just put however much time into the game that you want to, you know. So just play it a lot if you really like the game in order to get better, and that's what you need to do with anything. So I know, pretty obvious point, but that is the closing thoughts. So I'd like to thank you all for watching this video. I know I'm not the best Fortnite player. This is for the casual players out there that do want to rack up a few wins or one win like I got.
So thank you all for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video. All right, bye everybody.